They always ship these. Never anything comes from China. It always comes in these weird black bags. And look at that. On this one, there's a gray bag underneath that. Seems a little excessive. Oh. Oh, I was wondering. I was worried that they only sent one, but now they did send both. Why did I get two? I just wanted to be sure, I guess. I don't know. I'm sure of what? I'm not sure. I guess. Yeah, I really don't know what my logic was. All I know is I wanted two, so I ordered two. Alright. Doyoky! As far as the packaging, I don't know. It's a box. Nothing really fancy about it. It's functional. I always like when they have these, though. These forms to hold them in, because then you can, when you're not using it, put it right back in its... No, not that way. Right back in its thing, and then up on a shelf, and it just looks really beautiful. USB cord, always nice, always nice. So, as far as feel, ooh, oh, the C-stick is right. Oh, the C-stick is right. Oh, oh, oh. 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 I hate these. I hate these so much. I hate back buttons, I really do. Now, this is cute. It has a... I knew it had more things, but if you wanted, you could make this thing, the left C-stick, the same size. That would be silly, but so this is, yeah, it just pops right off, and these pop back on. That is incredibly awkward. I highly discourage you from doing that. How does this come off now? That is quite on there. Jeez, that is on there. Plastic pry tool, maybe. Golly, okay. I mean, maybe I'm just missing some really obvious thing. Wonder how much of this I'm gonna edit out. Okay. Well, I'm trying to get my... Oh, there we go, there we go. I got my nail underneath there. Kind of like, don't really want to put it back on there. So I like had it on and I squeezed my nail under and got it out. If you don't have nails, I don't know what you'd do. I guess you'd use a blade, maybe? I wouldn't want to use a knife on that. I don't like scratching things up. So I guess if you wanted it to be lower profile, you could use that. I guess that makes it lower profile? Is that the point of it? Oh, no. No. No? Yes. I mean, it would have to make it lower profile because... Yeah, it makes it all... Oh! Oh! Okay, okay, I see. This is the non-textured one, and it raises the height a lot. I don't like that at all. I don't care because I like the textured one more. So half a dozen one. Not half a dozen one. 6 the other. Not that. This is better. I prefer this. Okay. So, as far as feel, like just holding it, it's really good. It is. It's really, really good. It doesn't feel quite right, but it is good. It feels a little small. But this button placement, I'm not a fan. I mean, I don't like these buttons anyway, so I'm biased from the get, but they just kind of like bulge out, and it feels wrong. So, yeah, if you're obsessed with the exact right feel, this is not gonna be what you want. I mean, it's kind of a thing where it's like, I don't know, would it be worth just taking it apart and popping that button out and then putting some plastic in there, or tape? Tape would be less annoying, I think. I don't know. Heck, it just being a void would be less annoying physically, in my opinion. And I don't like that they're so clicky. But these ones are, oh yeah, those are just right, baby, just right. Oh, very nice. The button feel is really good. It is really, really good. The feel is spot on. It is beautiful. All right, yeah, slide out of their little center dock just fine. Yeah, I feel good separate. Yeah, you can play some Smash like that. Sure, why not? Yeah, they're light. They're really light. I like it, and some people might not like that. I like light things. I don't know. Call me crazy. I like light things. All right, now compared to a WaveBird, let's find out. And obviously, you got to compare it in WaveBird mode. I feel like that's the right name for this. WaveBird mode. This is WaveBird mode, in my opinion. Well, it's ever so slightly wider, just a little bit. Oh, this is just the right feel, guys. You can't beat this feel. It's perfect. Oh gosh. This button placement was a bad call. Comparing one to the other, I mean, you can visually see that there are differences that matter. Like, it's not as deep. It has these bumps for, I guess, to fit the circuit boards? I guess we'll find out. It's like, okay, so rather than just make the whole thing wider and then have that depth, they went with a thin profile, and so they had to do that weirdness with the shell, which is kind of unsightly if you ask me. I mean, the depth there is a big difference. So rather than your fingers resting in there, they hit that, and then they're smushed in by that. I don't know. I wish they had omitted these. I can't. For Smash anyway, I don't know. I wouldn't want to have that for Smash. Oof, though. Oof, that is a big difference as far as the analog stick. The view, the feel, and the feel. Yeah, it's pretty different. Like, this is totally flat, whereas this one was like a dome type of situation. Dome. This is like straight flat. The C stick is really good though. It's actually smaller. Look at that. OEM C stick is quite a bit bigger. That's really weird that they. It's really weird. It's really weird because I had asked them if they made it the same size, and they're like, "Oh, we couldn't do that, unfortunately." And so I was like, "Oh, I hope that it's not like too big." And it's definitely not too big. It's actually like I said, smaller, and it feels good. Like, it is a bit small, but it feels good. It feels really good. Like, yeah, I don't know. It doesn't have the, well, it does have a rubber tip, but it's not the same rubber tip. But you know, it is what it is. It's not ever gonna be perfect, unless you do what Shank did and mod one of these yourself, and then it will be perfect. Or if Nintendo would realize that people are willing to shell out $100 for each of these controllers and just release them. Honestly, people, for legit OEM Joy-Con WaveBird controller, I think people would be willing to shell out even more. Like, if it were legit, if it were this, but Bluetooth internals, with Switch Joy-Con internals, and all of the NFC whatever stuff in there, yeah, I think people would be willing to shell out like $150 for that. Pretty sure I would. Pretty sure I would. I mean, I've already spent like almost $200 on third-party ones, so yeah, why not just spend $200 on one proper one, which I would gladly do. But they don't like to appease the fans for whatever reason. No, wait, what am I doing? Still comparing. So button by button. Not far off. Quiet Y. I guess I have a notification. Quiet Y. Quiet X. Quiet X. Very quiet B. B's a little louder. It's a little off. Looks like they almost got the height perfect. It's lower. It's totally lower. But that Y to A difference, oh, it is on point. They did it. They did it right. They did it right. I hope it's showing. They did it right. I'm very pleased with them. Though going from Y to X, from Y to X, from Y to A and X to A, it feels, well, X to A. X to A is actually a little off. It's not as noticeable. But it feels off. Like, visually it's not that noticeable, but it feels off. But the Y to A is, it's good. It's not perfect, but it is good. A to B, it's fine. It's fine. It's whatever. C-stick, I love it. I'm totally fine with it being smaller. And if you're an absolute sociopath, you can put on this bigger one. But I highly discourage you from doing that. And the analog stick, the main analog stick, it's okay. It's fine. I mean, you know, I can play with that just fine. The gate is not the same for some reason. I guess people like smaller gates now, narrow gates. All you have to do is copy these dimensions. That's all you have to do. That's it. You just, oh, the gate is this by this? Okay. Oh, and each side is that long? Okay, do that. Just that's it. 3D print these. Like, you can buy third-party cheapy replacement analog and C sticks. That would be better than this. This is fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. But I don't understand why they don't just copy this. Don't do your own thing. copy this. This is perfect. Maybe Nintendo has some weird nonsense bull patent over the specific dimensions, and it's like, fine, change it just enough in just the right places so that you get around those patent stuff. Done and done. Though the D-pad feels right, which I've never really played with the D-pad, but even with never really playing with it, always hated this thing. Hit it. It never felt right. Never liked it. I remember using it for taunts. That was it. That was the extent of my use of it as a thing. And then there were some games where instead of using the joystick to move, you can move that to move. I hated moving this thing. So awkward. It's better to move with it when it's up there, like on the PlayStation controllers, where it's up there and then you're moving with that. The joysticks are down there and then your face. So it's symmetrical. Symmetrical. You always want your hold to be symmetrical. You don't want to be playing like that. You don't want to play like that. And so games where you're doing triggers a lot, you don't want an asymmetrical controller. You want the joysticks to either be up here or be here, depending on your preferences. Me, I prefer them up there. I prefer it that way. Anyway, the D-pad is a big improvement on this. I mean, you can see that it is a great deal larger, and yeah, I'm pretty content with that. Now, the triggers. It's just the right feel. Obviously, it's not the same feel. They went with pure digital without any like travel distance, really. Could have gone magnet sensor, but oh well. But they feel fine. I mean, they're quiet, which I'm obsessed with. I can't stand clicky. I hate clicky. Clicky is trash. It's like, nah, dude, if I'm playing late at night, I don't want to hear that. And no one else that you live with generally wants to hear that either. Tactile, I get. Yeah, you want tactile feedback. I get that. You don't need a giant, loud, clicky noise to go with the tactile feedback. Whatever. Quiet mechanical keys are a thing. Yeah. But these do feel great. The Z's are great. Because the Z to Z, yeah. I mean, this is perfect because it's just perfect. But these are close. These Z buttons are really close. The L and R are fine. I mean, for Switch, it's fine. If it was an actual GameCube controller that felt like this, it would be awful. Like, no. You don't load up a GameCube and then deal with this. That's just awful. And then there's these. And they went the clicky route for some reason. I don't know. Yeah. I'm just gonna see if I can safely adjust this. Woo. Oh, that's better in my opinion. I was trying to do it up like that, but I did not enjoy doing it like that. I'm learning still, okay? But yeah, button to button feels all right. Really does. I like it. I do. I like it. Cool. So, I don't know. My opinion, I think it's the closest to a WaveBird that exists for no, the closest to just a plain WaveBird would probably be the PowerA. But there are only two options for GameCube JoyCons, and this is closer to the real GameCube controller. So if authenticity is your goal, then definitely get this. If authenticity is your goal, for sure, go with Doyoky. It feels better. This is unfortunate. People are gonna complain about that button placement. It was a bad call. It was a really, really bad call. I think handle buttons are a bad call in general. At least for this, like, the idea is retro. You want to keep as close to this as possible. And that is not what they did. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. Alright, well. That's, as a closing thing, give a read through of this manual. Any settings that I don't know about. M button. I think that's for custom mapping. I don't know. I'll report back later if I ever try that. Yep, reconnecting, wired pairing, yeah. With some things, sometimes you have to pair them wired first and then they work wirelessly. Hopefully this isn't like that. And yeah, they misspelled setting every time, but hey, what are you doing? Hey. There we go. Yeah, they misspelled setting, but that's okay. Seating. They did mapping right, though, so that's cool. No, I mean, there's nothing really major in the thing. It does have a turbo function. Where is the turbo button? No, that's M. Where is turbo button? Hold down the turbo button. I guess that's the turbo button? I'm sure there says in the diagram. Yeah. Yeah, that is the turbo button. M, they just call the M button. See, normally the turbo button has a T on it, at least in my experience. So, I decided to not put these handle buttons back in, and it feels better. It feels a lot better like that. But still, this stupid lump that they put in on either side, it janks it up. It was a bad call for them to put that in. And it doesn't do anything. It serves no purpose. It's a style lump, and I don't know how they. I know Shank talked to them and was like, "Hey, get first-party controllers," and I imagine they did because it's close. The face buttons are really, really good. They are. They're quite good. But this, to do that, to just be like, I can't imagine why they did that. And yeah, whatever. All in all, I think it's great. I think they're, I don't know. For $50, I'd say awesome, great. I'm pretty sure it goes for 65 or 70 right now. They changed the price like twice, so I don't really know what it is right this moment. But I mean, if you want a GameCube Joy-Con, it's your best bet. This is the closest one. Hopefully more come out in the future that are better and closer imitations. Hopefully Doyoky, revises this. They do a second batch. They do a C cap that is C-stick size. Like, this is fine, it works, but it would be nice if the nub were the right size. And they should release, for people that want it, this thing shorter. It being high is awful. And they should make the gates the right size. I don't know. Whee. Yeah, see how much bigger? Whatever. They did a decent job. I think it's worth having. But if you, I mean, if you have the know-how, I want to put in the time, just DIY your own, man. Like, you cannot beat it. Like, there's just, I don't know why these companies don't just properly imitate what we know feels good and works, but they don't. They just continuously tweak it and are like, oh, well, I think it would be better if. No, stop. It would be better if you kept it exactly the same or as close as you can to keeping it the same without getting sued by Nintendo. To give it a rating, 6.5 out of 10, I guess. 10 being WaveBird. I think I stand by that. I'll play with it a bit, see if my rating changes. So, after playing with it a bit, I like it. I had no issues with it. Played just fine. This does get awkward though, like holding it like that, and definitely getting rid of that stupid handle button made it feel just better. Button test time. Yep, all the buttons work. I knew they did because I played a game with them, but you know, now you see in here that they work. Yeah. The control stick seems fine. Not noticing any major dead zones. I didn't notice any while playing. Straight left, straight right, up and down seem to be a bit off though. I don't know why that is. I didn't notice that being an issue in game. But maybe it will become an issue. It's not an issue for now, but for $65, I think is what they go for right now. That's shouldn't have issues like that. It should be perfect. Yeah, this one too. Like straight up, straight down, left and right aren't perfect. I'm not noticing dead zones, and I didn't notice any issues when I played, and I played for like 15 minutes. I didn't notice any issues. 15 minutes of straight gameplay of Smash. So, I don't know. I don't know why it's doing that. But I didn't notice any issues, and it seems fine enough. And I tested it playing from further away, and inputs were received up to 30 feet away. So if for some reason you're 30 feet away from your console, it's all good. So yeah, I think it's, I don't know, if you're willing to shell out 65, if you're okay with that, then sure, why not? But I wish it cost 50. 50 would be more fair. Yeah, I don't know. For 65, for the analog sticks to be like that at $65 is just kind of like, really? I mean, I've literally bought $20 controllers that don't do that. $20 JoyCons that don't do that. So, it's steep. I get that it's a niche market, but I would love to know how much it actually costs them to make each one of these controllers. Because, I don't know. Hopefully they're not, like, just super upcharging because it's, like, retro. I'm willing to pay it because I want this controller. I want GameCube JoyCons. It's, I don't know. I could totally see why someone wouldn't want to fuss around with spending nearly $100 on a third-party controller that is not... doesn't feel like a
$70 controller, $65 controller. I don't know. I think it's great though. If you want a GameCube Joy-Con, this is your best bet. It really is. Hopefully better comes out, better products come out. Hopefully eventually Nintendo realizes that people want this and they do it. But for now, we use what we got.